If you're designing an outdoor kitchen, probably the number one thing you're trying to figure out is what the heck grill head do you need? We break our grill heads down into 3 categories. We have quality, premium, and luxury. Now, a lot of you have watched our videos, but you still don't know which category you should be falling into based on your outdoor kitchen design. Today, I'm gonna break down the differences between our premium and our luxury gas grills. Let's roll. So the entire reason we actually came up with 3 different categories in the built-in grill space, we have quality, premium, and luxury, is because there are way too stinking many. There's so many copycats out there. There's so many brands just basically mimicking what other grills are doing. There's a lot of product overlap, a lot of product confusion, which is really bad for you, the homeowner, because you cannot decide what stinking grill to put in. So we figure we make a top 5 in each category. Then based on your budget, you can shop within that. Now you have it narrowed down to 5. Now that has been working really, really well, and it's simplified the design process for you. But what we're hearing is a lot of customers are really trying to figure out, do they need a premium grill or a luxury grill? Now our quality series, most of those grills are really gonna be more for freestanding grills. When it comes to designing an outdoor kitchen, this part of the showroom right here is where 90% of our outdoor kitchen sales are. So this wall is our premium wall, this wall is our luxury wall. Most buyers are in these 2 categories. So I'm gonna break down what you get with a premium grill and then what kind of upgrades you get if you spring for this on a luxury grill. And I'm gonna tell you whether or not it's worth it to go luxury. So typically the biggest driving factor, these are our premium grills here. Now these are my 4 favorites. If you want a full breakdown on these grills, we'll include a link below in this video. But typically our premium grills are gonna be in the $4,000 to $6,000 price range. So budget is really gonna be the biggest driver when it comes to deciding between these 2, because when we get over to our luxury wall, our luxury gas grills can range anywhere from $8,000 to as high as you wanna go. You think of a number, it's probably in the luxury category. 1, do you have the budget for the luxury? And 2, is it worth springing for it based on features? So let's talk about some of the generic features that you kind of get between the 2 now that we understand pricing a little bit. So once we upgrade to premium, we are in no way getting like a cheap grill or anything like that. These premium grills are just what we're talking about, they're premium. Now some do have spring assisted hood, like this Coyote here, but there are a few givens that you're automatically gonna get in pretty much every premium product. You usually get exterior and interior lighting, and then we usually always have a rotisserie burner. However, in the premium category, rotisseries are not always a standard feature. Now the burner is, but you may have to pay for the rotisserie extra. And that's just simply to try to keep the price point down a little bit. So you always have lighting, usually always have rotisserie, and sometimes you get spring assisted hood, but not always. What else is a given is we usually always get heavy duty cooking grates, and then every premium grill, you're gonna get upgrades from your standard burners. Our premium products really always have very heavy duty burners. So even though we're not quite to the luxury category, this is probably better grills than what you're gonna find in 80% of backyards. So these are very, very high-end products for your outdoor kitchen. Sometimes you may have the budget for like a $10,000 grill. Let's just say you do. If you spend all that money on the grill head, maybe you don't have money for other things that you want, like refrigeration, side burners, trash storage, pizza ovens. Let's say you're trying to do a big old outdoor kitchen, and if you spend the $10,000 on the grill head, it's gonna limit what you can purchase otherwise. In that case, and again, it's dependent on use, what I'd like to see you do is spend less money on the grill head. Sales guys are gonna kill me for saying that. Spend less money on a grill head, spend less on the grill, and then make sure you can get the appropriate refrigeration and accessories and other appliances that you need. Now, if you can afford the expensive grill head, plus all the other things, of course, let's go luxury, and I'll show you why here in a minute. This is usually, this category, this is why it's our #1 selling category, is because most people can afford a luxury grill. However, it would come at the expense of chopping some other things out of their outdoor kitchen design. And there, we want to get you exactly what you want. We want functionality. People don't realize how useful a refrigerator is. things like that in your design process. By the way, within your design process, if you need help designing anything, we have the software here. We can help you lay out your entire outdoor kitchen and what's going to work best for you. This premium category is by far our best, most popular category. We have them ranked 1 through 5. We have our Wildfire, our Blaze, our Somerset, our Coyote. We have a Delta Heat in the mix as well. If you want a full breakdown on what you should be buying in this category in your top 5, we have a full 20-minute video on each of these grills, and I break them down one by one by one by one by one by one. Let's talk luxury now. So when we're over to our luxury wall, you can just see, I don't know if it's picking it up on camera, but this is just a beefier wall. Just all in all, just more luxurious, fit and finish is better, beefier, physically larger, deeper fireboxes, and of course, a little bit cleaner overall look. Once we're into luxury, everything is a given that's standard. You're getting rotisserie no matter what. You're getting spring assisted hood no matter what. Obviously, we're getting the interior, exterior lighting. But what we really start to see a difference are some bells and whistles. So like for example, our Fire Magic has that very unique window that we can look into. And then some of them have upgraded spring assisted hood systems where they're not like springy hoods, they're actually compact spring systems to where those aren't gonna like warp or over time or anything like that. Our Hestan, which is our most popular in our luxury category, actually will stay put wherever you put it. And then the lights are motion censored as well. And then of course we have our rotisserie burners, which usually offer a little more functionality. And some of them as well, you can see on the Hestan, this is what I'm talking about with overall fit and finish. The rotisserie motor is built into the grill, so we never have an exposed rotisserie motor. Same with like our Twin Eagles. So that's another thing, it's just the overall fit and finish is a little bit nicer. Now it is true that they have very similar premium burners to what we see in our premium features. However, these usually do cook a little bit nicer because our control panel here is usually deeper. So it's an overall physically larger grill. Now the deeper we can make this firebox, the more even heat we're gonna get. So look at this gap here between these cooking grates and our ceramic briquettes. The bigger we can make that gap, the more overall even temperatures we're gonna get. So even though the burners are similar, we do get a better overall cooking experience in our luxury grill. They are gonna cook just a little bit more even in their temperature control. And then, of course, aesthetically, taller hoods. Now the taller hoods don't really serve a purpose a ton outside of aesthetics. However, the taller hoods do make your rotisserie warming rack sit up higher, so you do get a little more space physically in the grill. But a lot of it comes down to fit and finish. I explain it this way, like, is your Ferrari gonna drive you from point A to point B? Is it gonna get you to work? And is your Honda Civic gonna get you to work? Yeah, they're both gonna get you to work. These are just like the supercars of grills. Like, you can still cook an amazing tri-tip on a premium grill, and it's gonna be an amazing tri-tip on this grill. It's just maybe you can drive a little faster because you got a V8 twin turbo or something, you know. It's like a supercar compared to like a luxury car, like a Lexus or something. Honda Civic was a bad example. Those are still premium luxury products, but this is like supercar luxury. One other thing we wanted to mention too is once we're in the luxury category, everything is made in the United States. So most of our premium products, almost all of them are made overseas. These are all made here in the United States. So our fit and finish details tend to be a little bit nicer as well. So let's kind of recap it. Our premium products all come with heavy duty burners, usually solid stainless steel cooking grates, cook very evenly, and are much better quality than what you're gonna see like even in our quality section. When we get over to luxury, we usually get American-made products, deeper fireboxes, taller hoods, better fit and finish, better spring-assisted hoods, and usually hidden rotisseries, that type of thing. I would say if you want a luxury grill, you better count on in an outdoor kitchen spending at least 20 grand. So if your budget is under 20,000 for your whole outdoor kitchen, you probably need to be in the premium quality, unless you're pretty much just doing an island and a grill head. If you're only doing a grill head, that's another story. With our luxury grills, we can do a lot more with them, like a one-stop shop. Almost all of our grill heads we sell in the luxury category are at least 42 inches. So they come with smoker trays, charcoal trays, skillet accessories. So you can kind of spend your money here and do a lot of different things with this gas grill. They're a little bit more versatile just due to their size and their powerful burners. So in theory, you could spend, I'm contradicting myself, but you could buy just a grill head, trick it out with all the accessories and just have one main cooking surface. That also is an option too if you just love the luxury products. I tend to steer towards luxury, maybe because I'm around them all day, but the grill head is the focal point of any outdoor kitchen. So it's important to get the grill head right, and then you can build around that. That's the differences between premium and luxury. If you have any questions or need help designing your outdoor space, get a hold of us today at embersliving.com.